come diagnose the check engine light on this 2017 Silverado with me. So the customer's concern is that the check engine light is on, but also they said intermittently the coolant gauge will stop working. It'll just be on 160 all the time while they're driving. So let's go ahead and scan this thing. All right, so here are the results of the health report. So we've got two codes in the ECM. We've got a P0128 and a P0430. So here goes our freeze frame data. So what I want to look at is the engine coolant temperature sensor. So you can see it was reading 118 degrees when this code set. And also the engine runtime parameter, which is right here. So it was running for almost 8 minutes when it said that code. So that's a really good indication that the thermostat is just stuck open all the time, causing this code. So we can also allow this thing to run for about 15 minutes while monitoring the ECT and see what it reads after that time. In the meantime, I'm also going to look at the live data for the P0430. I want to see what our oxygen sensors are doing after it's running. So we're going to look at the position 2 oxygen sensors, and we're going to graph those and see if we can tell a difference between the banks. That might indicate that the catalytic converter is bad on one bank. So from this data list, I'm going to select both of the position 2 oxygen sensors, and we're going to graph them and crank this vehicle up and see what they look like. So here's our graph. So both of those sensors should be just a mostly somewhat straight line, and bank 1 looks pretty good. Bank 2 is a straight line, but it's reading almost 0 volts all the time. So that either means our catalytic converter is bad, or we have got an air leak somewhere around that oxygen sensor that is causing it to register low all the time. So let's take a look at that real quick. All right, so not sure if you can hear it, but this thing's got an exhaust leak. And if you look up around the catalytic converter up there where it bolts to the manifold, you can see some soot right around here in this area. So I believe what's happened is that weld has broke around the base of the catalytic converter. So either we replace the catalytic converter, or I should just be able to weld it back together. So back to our P0128 code, you can see we've got an engine runtime of a little over 9 minutes, and it has reached 150 degrees. So most likely this thing is either intermittently sticking open all the time, or it's partially open. So I believe it's still going to need a thermostat for that code as well. So utilizing the freeze frame data in this case was super helpful because we're dealing with the intermittent concern.